Hey, what's up Guardians, DBL here, bringing you another Destiny tips and tricks video on the PlayStation 4. Now last week we showed you guys how to solo the first half of Crota's End, the Abyss, utilizing a quick and easy method known as rock boosting. Well, in today's video, we're going to be showing you guys how to solo the second phase of Crota's End, the Bridge. The area for this phase starts up immediately after you cross the Abyss. Heading into that big bright light will drop you off in a huge area featuring two large land masses, which you will then have to build a bridge between. You build the bridge the same way you have in previous sections of the raid, by stepping on top of a sigil, and when you do so, swarms of Thrall will attack you, as well as a brand new enemy type, the Swordbearer. But we're not going to have to worry about them, as I'm going to show you guys two methods of soloing this area enemy free. One super cheesy method for Sunsinger Warlocks only, who have the Fireborn ability unlocked, and then one for everybody else. So if you are a Warlock and you have the Fireborn ability unlocked, good news, you can solo this section pretty quickly and pretty easily. You'll be taking advantage of the self-revive glitch, which when performed correctly will despawn all of the enemies around you, and has a lot of uses in this raid. But anyways, once you've got your super built up, step on this sigil to start the fight, and you will immediately be beset upon by waves of Thrall. Simply let them take you out, and then once the respawn timer comes up, wait until it hits 1 second, and then pop your self-revive. You'll notice all the Thrall in the area will simply despawn. They can't handle that light, Guardian. Now it's important to note that the Swordbearer will stay active at this point. He does not despawn and he hits very hard, so make sure you're careful around him when you're doing this trick. Alright, now, once you've despawned the Thrall, you can simply go back to completing this phase as you normally would. And to do that, simply pull out a sniper, icebreaker recommended of course, and start sniping the enemies that will now have spawned on the opposite side. And that's pretty much it. Once you've cleared out several waves of enemies, leading up to the spawn of a pair of ogres, you will have completed this phase. And that is pretty much how you can clear the bridge section super easy as a Sunsinger Warlock. Now let me show you guys the method for everybody else. Now for all the other classes, there is a similarly easy method for completing the bridge phase, although it requires a bit more acrobatic skill. I am going to show you guys another method for despawning all of the Thrall in the area. And I'm going to show you guys a great sniping vantage point way up there. Getting on top of that tower puts you out of range of the Thrall, and it gives you a great vantage point for sniping the area across the gap. But it does take a bit of jumping work to get to. But as you can see here, once you started the fight, head over to the left sigil, and simply follow the rock jumping path that I'm taking here. And once you've reached this specific pillar, we're going to start using the rock ledges that are along the wall to the left. There are several flat surface areas here that you can safely land on, although you do have to be very careful as there are invisible walls all over this area. Anyways, once you've reached this cliff here, you will be faced with the most difficult jump in this path. This jump can be difficult for Sunsingers, so I definitely recommend switching over to a Voidwalker class and rolling with the focused burst ability. This will give you the extra boost of speed and distance that you'll need to easily cross this gap. For Titans, you'll need to get a good running start and use a shoulder charge to get over here. For Hunters, you'll need to double jump and pop Blade Dance at the height of that second jump, and then just continue swinging against the wall until you make it all the way over. Anyways, once you've made that super long jump, follow the path that I'm showing you here, look up, and you will be a mere hop, skip, and a jump away from the top of the tower. Getting this far out immediately despawns all of the enemies in the first section. As you can see here, all of the Thrall have despawned, and the enemies on the opposite side of the gap will have spawned in and moved into position. At this point, all you'll have to do is take out a couple of waves of enemies, starting with Acolytes, moving on to Knights, Wizards, and then finally a pair of Ogres. We'll say Shrek and Fiona. And upon taking them out, you will have completed the bridge phase, earning yourself a nice little loot drop and a chance at raid gear. Now there is a little bit of disagreement about how exactly you can get the Ogres to spawn the fastest, so I think it's important to note that you don't actually have to kill the Wizards. In my experience, simply killing the Acolytes and Knights over and over again will get the Ogres to spawn eventually, regardless of whether the Wizards have been taken out or not. And once you take those Ogres out, the bridge will complete and you will have completed this section of the raid, completely solo. But alright, that about wraps up this video, guys. Hopefully it helped you out, and in the next Crota's End video, we will be showing you how to solo the Deathsinger phase, where you will be facing off against the Wrath of Iryut. But that's about it for this video, guys. If you like what you saw here, feel free to check out my channel. We'll have a ton more Destiny videos coming out soon. Anyways, that's going to be it for me now, guys. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.